What's something you wish you could ask trans people without any judgment? Do periods go away when you start T? Is there a way to get rid of them without surgery? Do you get to choose a size? What questions do you wish people would stop asking you? Edit. I just want to say I hope people will read all the replies to my question and learn something and maybe think before they ask intrusive questions. Thank you all for sharing. Trans men, do you realize the most manly experience you're having is being told you're not a man? That's like 60% of being a man. Does sitting down feel different after you get bottom surgery? Is it still possible for a person to have an orgasm after reassignment surgery? Not a doctor, but my understanding of the process of creating the genitalia, FM or MF, would seem to make that prospect incredibly dim. The sheer number of nerve endings in the clitoris and tip of the penis make it seem impossible enough survive the surgery to provide the same sensations. Is there any part of you that is genuinely worried that it is just a phase? If you're transitioning MTF and are on hormone replacement therapy but haven't had bottom surgery yet. 1. Does the penis shrink up and become unusable? 2. Can you still have penetrative sex, penis in vagina? 3. Can you get someone pregnant via question 2? Edit. I'm a cisgender woman and am genuinely just curious. For those born with unisex names such as Alex, do you still feel the need to change your name to reflect your new identity? I work in medicine. Oftentimes it can be apparent that someone may be transitioning, but it's never right to assume anything about anyone. I'll usually see their given name before I meet them, and it's standard practice to have a PT confirm with their legal name and DOB. What do you think is the best way of being asked if you have a preferred first name other than what is legal in that situation? I usually stumble with something like, "Hi, I'm looking for John Doe, is that you? Nice to meet you, is John okay, or do you go by another name?" But it always feels clunky. Looking for advice. Edit. My main clinical setting is an urban hospital in a large network of hospitals. This makes any change to charting/intake very well out of my reach, unfortunately. It is a discussion that I hope continues to climb to the administrators. If, for example, someone is born male but transitions to be female and they are sexually attracted to men, are they considered gay prior to the transition but then straight after the transition? Edit. Thank you all for the responses that have seriously helped me understand the situation more. It seems in the scenario above the person was always straight because they were always a woman. Do non-binary people, or people who are gender fluid, count as trans, even if they still mostly present as their AGAB with no intent to change? What does it mean when you feel like a girl/boy? I'm biologically female, and I identify as a woman, but I don't feel like a woman. I just am. So, what do you mean by that? End number X200B. Edit. Whoa, I didn't expect this to have so many replies, lol. Thanks for taking your time to answering, guys. Why do you all keep calling me an egg? Am I not allowed to just be a feminine man? I don't have a question, I just want to say this has been a great thread to read. I didn't scroll all the way to the bottom, but what I saw has been uncharacteristically respectful and informative. All the questions I had that I've been afraid to ask have been answered, and they make sense as well. Thanks. What's something you didn't know about sex before you had sex? How much angles matter? How very different everyone's preferences are. A turn-on for one is an absolutely deal-breaker for another. Movie sex scenes never ended in weird acrobatics with a wad of tissues, and a hurried shuffle to the shower. People joke about missionary being bland and vanilla, but it's my favorite. You're all wrapped up and pressed together, and you're able to kiss, bite, and watch your partner react to what you're doing. The intimacy is really hot to me, idk. How much it can turn into some sort of primal behavior. I mean passionate penetration with this kind of "that's what I/we need" RN mixed in, and then you start fucking each other's brain out. The absolute fucking variety of sounds, smells, and mess possible. That having sex with someone you're in love with vs someone casual are two very different things. First time I had sex I came in like seconds, so to save myself the embarrassment I thought I could pretend that it didn't happen and go on since I was wearing a condom. She asked immediately, and I was like, shit, she found out. Cleaning up. That you get so nervous about having sex that you sometimes can't stay hard and have a hard time blowing a load. My first time I thought was going to be a quick 1 to 2 minutes drill. Ended up being just over an hour and was going soft sometimes. Wasn't her, it was just the moment was overwhelming, and not at all what I thought it would be. How close the vaginal opening actually is to the anus. Didn't accidentally poke the butthole or anything, but I had to move much further down from the clit than I thought I'd have to, in order to find the hole. The person definitely affects the experience. I used to hate eye contact, I couldn't look in their eyes for more than 2 seconds. But with my current boyfriend, when we just stare at each other, it's 10x more intimate. How good the intimacy feels. Dude, it's a fucking workout. How actually funny and awkward it is at time. In movies, they always seem to be so serious. You bump noses, someone farts, you bite their earlobe too hard, the cat jumps up next to you. Sex can often be really fun and funny, not the intense smolder 24/7. The temperature inside of her. I was then told, why do you think guys say girls are hot? If she is into it, things get warm and wet. I didn't expect actual heat above body temperature though. Your username is now a company, what do you sell? A random burrito. You don't get to choose, we just spin the wheel and you get what you get. Guillotines. The most useless deck of cards the world has ever seen. Hip replacements. I don't sell bricks. Well, someone needs them. We are probably getting sued for copyright infringement before we can sell anything. Trail mix. The awesome kind. Seat warmers. 3 kinds of barbecue. I'm regretting my choices already. Meals. Self-confidence. Suspicious pandas.